It's shocking what researchers know about Meeghan's past.
So Henry would be Grandpa.
This is Henry. Oh my gosh, I've never...
How Ancestry.com uncovers family history and a few surprises along the way.
It says at sea.
Oh my Lord.
It's Evening Magazine for Friday, February 3rd.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Evening Magazine, and happy Friday. Hey, we're on the set at Don Quixote here, the Pacific Northwest Ballet's brand new production starring Seattle's own Tom Skerritt. Now we're going to be talking with Mr. Skerritt in just a few minutes. I'm looking forward to that. Well, at some point, doesn't everyone wonder, who am I and who are my ancestors? Well, the NBC show Who Do You Think You Are answers that question for celebrities. In fact, the show kicks off its third season tracing the roots of actor Martin Sheen tonight. Well, those who do all the research at Ancestry.com offered to trace my family roots. Now, I've always been told that my family tree is grounded in Ireland, but as I quickly found out, there's a whole lot more there to spice up the pot. A faded picture dated 1965. It's one of the few photos I have of my great-grandfather. I really only knew his name as Gramps.
You don't know, no first name?
No first name. I knew him as Gramps. Through the years, I've often thought about Gramps and all the great-grandparents who came before him.
What family rumors have you heard? Have you heard any stories about maybe where your family comes from?
Anastasia Harmon, an expert researcher at Ancestry.com, knows more about my family tree than I do right now. But that is about to change.
We're actually able to learn the names of all of your great-grandparents on your mom's side.
Anastasia says it doesn't take much to get started. Just a few names, even a guess, gains access to 8 billion historical records online.
So Henry would be Gramps.
This is Henry.
Henry
Gramps.
John Prescott.
Oh my gosh, I've never...
Now, the interesting thing about all of your great-grandparents, except for one, all of them were born in Canada.
Not what I expected to hear. And what about that one great-grandparent not born in Canada? Anastasia shows me a 1900 census revealing a name, Evelyn, and the place of birth.
It says at sea.
Oh my Lord.
There's all these nuggets and clues that we can pull out of this.
The facts that appear so cold and harsh on the census continue to paint a colorful picture of my great-great-grandparents, John and Teresa Flynn, the parents of Evelyn and 8 other children.
Their next daughter was born in Calcutta.
Wow.
Their next son was born at sea.
They're rocking it as world travelers.
Well, then the census gives us a clue. Right here, this is the father's occupation, and it's master mariner.
A closer look at those handwritten notations revealed John Flynn captained a clipper and sailed the seas delivering cargo around the world. Joining him on his journeys, wife Teresa.
And this is unusual. Like, you don't see this often. I kind of, and maybe this is just the romantic in me, but I sort of see a love story here. They're together.
Digging deeper, Anastasia learns about Teresa's childhood long before she became Mrs. John Flynn.
So she says her dad was born in Italy.
Okay.
Did you ever hear of Italian roots?
Never.
So according to this, at least, you have Italian.
A little Italian in me. Which
a little
is probably
Italian.
why I like red wine.
Probably.
Another document dated 1861 tracks the name of my Italian family.
To the Baggiano family.
And pinpoints the small town.
It's right here in northern Italy.
Where my great-great-great-grandparents lived.
2 documents. Look how much we've been able to fill that out.
Hidden in all this information, one more clue that connects the dots from Italy to the high seas back to Seattle.
But before we talk about that, there's something else I want to show you, and we need to go there first.
High on a hilltop at the historic Calvary Cemetery in Northeast Seattle, Anastasia walks me to a place of quiet reflection and brings the past home.
So you've been to this cemetery before?
Yes, my grandparents are here.
Your grandparents are here. When you've been here, have you ever seen this grave?
No, that's not. Holy cow. That's Teresa.
That's Teresa.
And Captain John.
And now they're together here in Seattle.
So she had all those children on the ship. So how did they come here?
Likely, John brought his wife and his children, and it looks like they just stayed here. They came in 1890, which, we do the math, I mean, your family has been in this city for at least 120 years. You have deep Seattle roots.
I love the fact that my family dates back here in Seattle 120 years. Researchers took about 20 hours to figure all of that out. You can get started on your own family tree at Ancestry.com. You'll no doubt uncover surprises of your own. We'd also like to thank the folks at the Rainier Chapter House for allowing us to reveal the research there. It is a beautiful mansion up on Capitol Hill. It's available for weddings and for meetings. We'll put a link on our website at king5.com.